Israel just bombed Qatar, and they said they were targeting Hamas, but Qatar might go to war over it. Qatar responded to this. The leader of Qatar said, quote, "This reckless criminal attack is a flagrant violation of Qatar's sovereignty and security." And he also said, quote, "This is a clear violation of the rules and principles of international law, and Qatar reserves the right to respond." Now, I'm sure you've heard about this by now, so I won't go into what Israel has said about this attack. Instead, I'm going to focus on what's happened since the attack. The Qatari Prime Minister, who is just below the leader of Qatar, suggested that Qatar might go to war over this. He said, quote, "Today we reached a turning point in the war. There must be a response from the entire region against this barbaric conduct." Now, really, the entire world condemned these Israeli strikes on Doha, the capital of Qatar, because it's such a big deal. Although this is something now like the 8th country that Israel has attacked in relation to their war on Gaza, so it's not unheard of. Now, one of the main things that's arguably one of the most important, which we don't know, is whether the US had any influence in this. According to some US officials, they say that the US had no idea about it, and they weren't given any warning. But other US officials say the opposite. They say that the US was given plenty of warning, and the US even authorized these strikes. So at the moment, we don't really know what the truth is. All we know is that the strikes have happened. But as you might know, back in May, if you watched my videos, you would know that Qatar promised to invest nearly $1 trillion into the US economy. So if the US did allow these strikes to take place, it's definitely unlikely that Qatar will go ahead with that. Now, these Israeli strikes did kill 6 people in Qatar. According to Israel, they took out the Hamas leadership. But according to Hamas and Qatar, these strikes didn't affect the Hamas leadership. The son of the Hamas leader was killed in the strikes, but it's unlikely that he had anything to do with the running of Hamas. It's hard to know the effect these strikes have actually had on Hamas and the effect it's going to have on the war on Gaza. Either way, though, Israel still bombed the capital of Qatar, Doha, and they've really pissed off every country in the world by doing it. Qatar might respond, they might not. Qatar is not very powerful compared to Israel, but if they don't respond, it sends a message to Israel that Israel is allowed to do it. So of course, I'll keep you updated on that, so you can leave me a follow for some more global news like this.